US Vice President Kamala Harris on Thursday spoke to PM Narendra Modi to brief him about the Biden administration's new vaccine policy that will clear supply chains for AstraZeneca and Novavax vaccine, helping boost production of Serum Institute of India's COVID shield. A sudden announcement on Thursday by a Maharashtra minister declaring an immediate end of the lockdown in the country's most COVID-affected state and phase-wise resumption of all activities through administrations into turmoil and prompted the government to issue a carefully worded denial, said that the moves as was still under consideration. A military court in Myanmar has sentenced 2 journalists into years in prison for their reporting, a move that has been decried by rights groups as the latest assault on the free press since the country's coup. In the latest of a series of pro-free speech and media freedom orders, the Supreme Court on Thursday ruled no journalist could be arrested on sedition charges merely for harshly criticizing the government or the establishment if the scribe did not incite violence against the government or hatred between communities. Former US President Trump on Thursday said that he was right about China virus coming from Wuhan lab. Former India skipper Dilip Venkateswarlu has joined the growing list of people who feel that the BCCI is not bothered about looking after the domestic cricketers, preferring to retain its focus on its multi-million-dollar baby, the IPL, all the time. Serum Institute of India has demanded for an indemnity against potential liabilities of its COVID-19 vaccine after media reports suggested that the government is likely to support a similar request by foreign companies including Pfizer. After registering a money laundering investigation against top officials of the Indian Farmers Fertilizers Cooperative Limited, the Enforcement Directorate on Thursday arrested A.D. Singh, Rajya Sabha MP from Rashtriya Janata Dal, in connection with an alleged ₹685 crore bribery scam involving import of fertilizers by IFFCO between 2007 and 2014. In an important judgment on name or trend identifier of individuals, the Supreme Court on Thursday ruled that the CBSE cannot impose a blanket ban on effecting changes in the names of students, parents, and other particulars in the certificate or mark sheets after declaration of result of board examination. Bhumi Pednekar took to her Twitter to condemn the violence against frontline workers and doctors. She tweeted, "Violence towards our doctors and frontline workers is completely unacceptable and quite appalling."